9. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
Hi, above the foregrounds here in Watkins Glen, New York, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here on PTM Race TV to Watkins Glen International at the first and the fifth race showcase of Pushing Limits Racing League in the Honda Civic Type Rs here on PTM Racing TV. Hello again, everyone. We welcome you back to the show and welcome to the track. We're getting ready down for the action here today as we are getting set for the field. Time to look at our starting lineup here as we begin on our rows. On the start of it, it'll be the number 20 of Jeff Folks. The outside, the number 14, it will be Christian Shriver in the 14. Run number 2 in the number 99. Wally Bat, last week's feature winner, looking to take it on home again. Bobby Anderson, the 43, will be on his outside. Run number 3 is Matthew Hoff in the 84. The outside, and the 08, Ryan Caniston. Row number 4 is the throttle Chantel Bottle on the 5, the outside. In the number 76, it's Mike Rideout. Row 5 is Stanley Bottle on the 48, the outside. The number 55, Jason Brent. And last but not least, shotgun in the field, the number 13, Hammering Hunter Hansen. Your field of drivers right now getting set to go. Defending winner last season in that second spot, the 14 Crusader, Christian Shriver, looking to try to take down the guy that outsmarted and outraced him there in qualifying, Jeff Oaks. Oaks already making a steady name for himself throughout the season, led many laps, but yet to come away with the victory. Bobby Anderson also making his TM Racing TV television debut with Pushing Limits Racing League. We've seen a lot of him in the Sunday night editions for the Truck Series, so it's going to be interesting to see what he brings on the Monday night portions. Wally Bat last week pulling off the stunner and the upset, bringing it home in Kentucky Speedway in his first career start. He told me earlier today he's looking to stunt some more drivers and show them he's a road course driver as much as he can run with the best of them on ovals. The throttle Chantel Bottle still searching for her first win of the season. Came so close yet so far. Having her troubles back at Kentucky Speedway. We'll see how she handles it out here. Mike Rideout, untelevised event winner here. He's already got a victory to his name. And Matthew Hoffert also with a victory on his ledge of the playing field. Certainly going to be a guy to keep an eye out on. And then another one really that has impressed this entire season, yet coming away empty-handed. He's been a bridesmaid for quite a bit. Ryan Keniston in that 08. He's going to be a guy to watch out for. Fielding him down right off the final corners here, race fans. It is time to let him rip and let him fire him down on the track here. Green flag approaching and firing him off down to the start. Here we go. It's time to go racing here on PTM Racing TV. Through the first sectors, everyone remains clean. Hogs getting an early jump. The advantage to the 20. Last season it was the 14 who had the advantage. Right now they're going to have to try to see what can go down from there. And this is a completely different car too. This is actually a car designed for this kind of racing, this kind of battle in here. So many top dogs and top drivers having to adjust their style and adjust their feel here into the sharp bus stop turn corner. Smooth as silk, or maybe not, a little bit loose there. Into the grass goes the 14. Bab dart to the outside, darting it for a run. Driver closes it back down, gets it back underneath him. Bobby Anderson watching on as well, not trying to make too many big moves early on. Looks like just trying to get a feel for the car and this driver lineup. Crazy little battle going into the next sector here as Bab and Anderson have a little tussle into the corner. Wide right down into the corners as well. Every driver right now struggling to keep their corner and make their shot. These turns, I'm telling you guys, they are not easy to navigate through. They're not easy to push through. You've got to be very careful, very selective in each turn, each cornering, just to make sure the car can somewhat stay in close proximity. You're going to see a lot of drivers do this all day long, where they'll drive a little too far wide out and they'll end up getting themselves trapped on that edge. That trouble stews down there. Henry Hansen, the 13. Major problems down there for him. He is in the wall protection down there. Looks like he may have missed his braking zone here. We'll take a look at the replay and see what exactly transpired. The PT Racing instant replay shows all the tell-all. Hansen dives it in. Oh! Yeah, that was a little bit of lack of braking there. Oh! And that's the end result. Left front damaged badly into the number 13. He's going to have a lot of problems from here on out trying to get that cleared up. But nevertheless, the field currently working their way back on around here, trying to get settled back down. Big battle going into the bus stop. Bab and Anderson still duking each other to a fall. Matthew Hoffer now trying to get into this as well. And Hoffer last season, I believe, came up in the second place spot here at Watkins Glen. He knows a thing or two about running the road courses. He told me earlier today, though, he's got one win already this season. He needs win number 2 to start really pushing his luck to get further along in the points championship. He's still looking for that title. Also, a quick reminder at home, race fans, we will be live on our Facebook Live here in just a few short hours. Go Racing League Truck Series head to the OA version of Atlanta Motor Speedway. It'll be a hot one in old hot Atlanta, and I do mean the old hot Atlanta. It should be good. We'll see you guys there soon enough. Ryan Kinnison, surprisingly so far, the 0-8, not getting off to the usual starts we were seeing this driver at. Kinnison, though, on the ovals, man, he's a tough hombre. He's made some big moves and some big runs on everyone, and he's challenged and toughened up on some of the best here that PT Race TV has ever broadcasted for. But the fact that he's been kind of a little bit lenient, a little bit further away from the stops and from position, definitely kind of shows just how tough it is just to get into the top spots here in this race. Well, thanks to Shriver's little expose, if you will, of figuring out what you don't do into a corner. It's been troublesome ever since there. Oh! Speaking of troublesome ever since then, little problems down there for Mike Rideout. The number 76 gets himself flagged into the turn there. I'm not sure what happened to Stanley Pottle. We'll have to take a look at the replay and see what happened to him, but here's a look at what we saw here. Looks like Rideout just caught the corner too tight, got into the fence, and then BAM! Right into that turn. Nowhere to go. Stanley Pottle, oh my goodness. Got clobbered in there. Rideout able to get it back on all the car, get it back on the track and get it riled up. Unfortunately, though, for Stanley, can't quite say the same for him in this case here. Hoffer looking to try to dig down in the number 99's line here, trying to find his speed as a Repsol and Honda machine tries to keep his pace, keep his distance. You can see drivers still. They are having so much problems at turn 1. Again, it's a front-wheel drive car, so they're going to have a lot more understeer than they will ever have oversteer. And when that car can't square up and take in pace, it becomes extremely difficult to work around and navigate, and that's exactly what they're facing right now. To the blimp cam, and you can just see how tight they have to navigate through that bus stop. Again, usually you see the NASCAR Cup Series or Trucks Xfinity, whatever you may see here on the show. They always seem to have like a little leg up in terms of getting a little bit more wide out, but they have to bring that speed back in as quick as they are gaining it. And with these sharp edge turns and these corners to really to boot and to match, that's what makes it so tricky and so navigatingly hard to find your line through and to find your way in. Each corner, each turn, a different beast and different animal in so many regards. Well, good little size position there for the Crusader. Christian Schreiber right now currently holding on to second. And he really, he should know a thing or two about how to run this track. Remember, he won in the Chevrolet Corvettes last season, having to go one-on-one with the famed rattlesnake himself, Robert Kahn. Kahn not able to make the event today, unfortunately. We do hope we'll be able to see him sometime sooner or later. But at battle there on the final lap, may edge the mine for that 14 for quite some time, and the rattlesnakes too. Kahn set it in straight into the bus stop turn right on the 14. Both drivers connect, but because the 14 was really hard on that brake and lodged in, Kahn had no room to get in, and he ended up getting himself trapped, spinning himself out and costing himself his own race. But nevertheless, it's been a pretty good, consistent pace here for these drivers. Everyone has made their moves and made some good runs when they can, but it seems as though to me, we're seeing a lot of drivers starting to separate out more as they go. I think a lot of that has to do with just the fact that each corner drives so differently, but at the same time they're trying to save those tires up comparatively to what we see usually on those ovals where they can burn the tire up a bit and they still have some grip. This is not the track you're going to get on with these cars. These cars are designed for this kind of racing. They're designed to be pushed to their limit on a 10-4 scale. This is literally what these cars were made for. So the tire wear that iRacing's got, as Hoffer goes a little bit wide there, he's going to have to pull it back in. There is a time penalty there if he gets too wide there. But as I was just mentioning there, these cars, they will react a lot differently because the right front and the left front is going to burn up. So not having a certain edge or certain amount of area to run with forces everyone to really push themselves and the cars to their maximum potential. Like right out of that little spin out there, unfortunately falling further and further back. The 55 Jason Brent managed to get ahead of him here. Bab Anderson right now going back out of here. Matthew Hoffer looking in further as they go along for the ride. You can see everybody taking that corner tight. I believe there is no time penalty though. If you go a little bit farther off on that edge there past the carousel, it seems like Oaks has been using that to his advantage. But how bad is he turning up that left front just to get that kind of grip? He needs that tire to help out with this turn, especially right here, this final corner. And the biggest difference, again, as we talk about it, every turn and every corner you've got to master, the more wear and tear you put on the equipment and more on the machine itself. That left front, in my opinion, gets the worst of it because of how many right-handed turns they've got to shoot through and really make through the turn. Such an interesting strategy, such an interesting phallus for that kind of momentum. Bab Anderson and Hoffer, they still will not leave each other alone here. Look at this, Bab. Ooh, he's looking for the crossover. Well, we saw this last season. Will it work this season? Bab going deep for the run, and he gets it. Anderson opened the door up, and like a thief in the night, the 99 has swung on by. Hopper still trying to get some momentum going here as they bring him right around the final corners here off the edge. Jeff Oaks bringing it all down the table. You can see just that gap between those two drivers, him and the 14. And again, that was really just due to the fact and confidence on the 14 going into the first set of bus stops. As caution flies out here as well, we've got a caution out on the track here. Looks like trouble down there. Jason Brent. Nope. It looks like Stanley Pottle maybe. He's not even in. It looks like he has left the track, so it looks like we don't even have. Well, we'll have to go check to see if we got a replay here. We'll be right back here, folks. See if we can find a replay on that one. See what happened. We're going to take a quick look here, folks. See what we can get. I don't think we're going to get anything out of it though. The field right now currently is getting ready to head to pit road. It looks like only 6 drivers have stayed on out, so the rest going into pit road for some pit stops. Field getting ready to come back to the line here. We'll see how that handles in fairness for everybody here. As the field has now regained control of themselves and the speeds here. Well, here we go once again. We're going to see how well burnt end tires now look on these guys. Oaks, Shriver, Babb, Hoffer, Kinston, right out. Stayed on out. Anderson, Pottle, Brent, they went into pit road to take tires. We'll see how that plays for them. Green flag back in the air. Oaks now going to probably be a little bit more nervous. Oh! And a huge bump there from Hoffer to the 14 of Shriver. Shriver way wide. Time penalty on the 14. That is a time penalty there. You can't go that far wide down that lane there in turn 1. Time penalty given. You gain a lot of ground by doing that there. That's why they throw it in. And Shriver not happy. He's arguing at the official saying, I got bumped. What do you want me to do? And they're saying, you better slow down. You're getting a black flag for it. Oaks trying to keep his eye out on that 14. Lord, maybe you'll do something. 99 at Babb waiting for an opportunity to strike. And the Crusader will back down. He's going to slow up, give the pace up. Here goes Kinston, Hoffer, and Anderson. Ho-ho! They get into a little bit. That gives the 14 some room. And he gets it right back. Gains the momentum back in his favor. The mistake by Hoffer and Anderson cost him dearly. Pottle now looking in with fresher tires. And the throttle right now looking to try to invade and escape through this field. We're going to have some battles going on here. Pottle to the right side. She's got an opening on Anderson. Down the front straightaway, though, it is Anderson with the advantage. Great driving by everybody involved to hold down the line when they needed to and really keep the pace up. Things could have got a little bit hairy there. Just see the field start to stretch out a little bit more as they go. And it looks like a little bit wide there on the 5. At least she got it back in just in time. No time penalty given. It's a bit wide, by the way, that time penalty down there. It just depends on how quick you were in and out of that turn 1. Usually results in about a 1.8 second differential. Now you're probably thinking, oh, wait, that doesn't sound that much. What's the big difference? Remember what I said earlier about like every 10th counts on an oval? Imagine what every second counts on a road course. Oh, it's speaking again a little bit infuriated. Looks like that 14 getting right up on the back of Kinston. Kinston and him battling, rubbing his racing. 14 now trying to get around the 0-8. Kinston, though, watching on. He got bumped, he got rubbed, and he got nudged. And again, these cars, they can handle it. They can surely take the beating. They can take the punishment. That is what they're designed to do. But I don't think Kinston wants anything to do with it. Here we go now. Down the front straightaway, entering in towards turn number 1. Will the dive bomb commence? Yes, it will. Kinston, he backs off. He'll let Shriver through, trying to cross him over down on the front straightaway, way wide again. He's got to cut in deep. Eddie did, boys, time penalty there, but Kinston loses the position. Now, just because he's avoiding time penalty doesn't mean he's avoiding any of those incident points, though. He's adding on those like candy to a baby. Battle back here between Mike Rideout and Chantel Pottle. Pottle looks like she did have to serve a little bit of a time penalty there. And it looks like she's going to give the door open to Rideout, entering into the bus stop. Rideout backs off. Pottle, great driving there, swinging it straight in and driving it deep in when she needed to most. Good move by the throttle. The 55, Jason Brent here. We've seen him quite a few times on the Sunday night approval, and he's been making his little moves or two here on the Monday scene. Great to see some new blood and some more drivers getting a chance to really race it out here on Features TV in such a very diverse and awesome league to run. Right out of the 76 right now, trying to keep Brent behind. Meanwhile, Wally Babb and that 99 looking to try to get something on Jeff Oaks, but you can see Oaks is not exactly giving him any room. Fun fact for you guys who have been paying attention to our broadcast this entire season, we've got 4 different winners in 4 different races so far. We have not had a single double winner yet. No one has claimed 2 victories so far in this season. Will we see another one? Our 4 winners have been as follows: Mike Rideout, Kristen Schreiber, Matthew Hoffert, and Wally Babb last week. And speaking of Hoffert, here he comes back to the bus stop, looking to engage the 08. Keniston opens the door, and the 84 drives it in. It's like a show car going into the mall. Once you open that door up for them, they will have no hesitation to jump right in. And Hopper's showing exactly what he's all about. Final 10 laps coming up here as we're getting closer to the edge of it all. Bobby Anderson, the number 43. Talk about a debut. He qualified 4th, currently in 6th. And by the way, that name sounds familiar. Yes, this is the reigning and defending Sunday night season champion from the Pedal to the Metal Racing League Truck Series. He told me earlier that, yeah, he loves running them trucks, but he just wants to have a little more fun and just enjoy himself. This was definitely the league for him, he said, so he went out and he done it. Final 10 laps remain here. Race fans field starting to trickle down more as it goes. Anderson and Keniston right now still dealing with each other in a fair mark and a fair play. Offer trying to get a draft off the 14 while at the same time trying to maneuver through. And Babb right now getting probably just a little bit more nervous about that. We'll end there. Uh-oh, hold on, Keniston, hang on, oh my. That'll be a time penalty, cutting the grass and cutting the corner. Pottle looking trying to take advantage here. She'll reel him down through the carousel, trying to hold it off. Keniston back in the gas though, he'll at least cover himself. He got through the time penalty stop there. Not too sure what went wrong there. We'll go to the Pizza Racing TV Instant Replay and take a look from our chopper cam. I can't quite tell. Maybe he just got overdriven, or if he just had he had a little bit too much leeway towards Anderson. One more look at it. Look at Anderson. He's going for the dive bomb. Here comes the bus stop, but he actually backs off Keniston. He overshoots it and loses it in the turn. But again, great presence of mind. Save the front wheels on there and make sure the car can stay in control. But you see, cutting through that part of the track, that will result in a time penalty. And that is exactly what he got there out of that one. Nine laps remain here currently as the field is still stretching in, trying to hold down anything they can. Babb, though, is losing a lot of ground, though, from the 14. I think the 14 may still have some tire underneath them and may have some reservations for taking a spot or two. Babb trying to hold down the Repsol 99 and his mic right now, trying to say, can somebody please find a way to anchor that guy behind me and anchor the rest of them while you're at it? Anderson a little bit off the track there, but keeps it under control. You can see the tires again just flipping around. Just no room for error, no room for mistakes. And again, a lot of it just falls on the fact that you have such a tight-ended track, such a tight-ended corner. Every turn, every spot can make the difference between success or failure. Now, like I say this too, I would not want to be the one that has to cover all the incident points on this race. There is a lot of them. Every driver today has gone somewhere wide, spun out, or lost in the turn. Nobody in this race has avoided that all day. Oaks looks like he is starting to get just a bit more comfortable. The Fuel Plus number 20 hasn't been to victory lane in quite some time. Last year was the only other time he was in victory lane. That was on Pedal to Metal Racing League's end. He's never won in Pushing Limits Racing League. He's out to change that today. And if you forgot about his road course abilities, he has a thing or two when it comes to racing these kind of tracks. He's dialing it in right now. He's battling back and forth. Oh, speaking of battle back and forth, crossover from the bus stop. We kind of missed it there, but the 99 and the 14 crossing them up, it looks like. Babb getting taken for a bit of a run or two. And now Shriver trying to hunt down Oaks. Babb will not have it though. He's looking for an opening, looking for a bit of a drive off here, trying to find some speed and some leverage. Much tighter corner, but a wider corner for the 14. That's giving him the better exit. You can't let those corners scare you. You've got to take every turn as wide and as hard as you can and hope for the best. Boy, look at how sharp the thing just turned on the dime there, and it looks like turning on a dime. Hoffer and Anderson gonna go side by side. This is towards slippery snake slope, or the S turns, if you will. I call it slippery snake slope because this is literally about as slippery and tough as it gets to master. And Anderson and Hoffer, they are side by side, still battling for position. Great matchup here for the top 5. 4th place on the line for this. Hoffer, we're gonna try to dig it in deep. He's gonna back off, give Anderson the room. We're going to try to cave him back in. Again, that bus stop, that's not a place you want to go side by side in. Trust me. I'm pretty sure a few of these guys have figured out that by now. And Babb yet again crossing over the 14. Got him off the corner there from the carousel. A time penalty there from a cut of the corner of the 14. 99 getting right back ahead. Right back around the inspection store, the inspection shop. 84 right now. Hoffer still trying to keep it with the other fellow Honda driver, Bobby Anderson. As right now, Chantel Pottle goes at a little bit here with Ryan Kinston. Oh, wait a minute, look out! Hoffer into the grass and swings it right wide. He gets it into the 43. Caution is out. Oh no. Oh no, this right now was not what anybody, including that leader Jeff Oaks, wanted to see. Nobody expected this, and Hoffer to make a mistake like that in that corner. A corner he's usually so good at mastering and taking in. We've got to go take a look at the PTM Race TV instant replay and find out what on earth happened here. This is not something you usually see, but I think he may have just drove it in a little too tight. You see he's diving in, he's going for broke. Look at this, cuts the gas, cuts the grass. He opened up his own lawn care service and put a Civic TCR to the shadow realm. Bobby Anderson did not see it coming, and who really could blame him? You'd think so many clean runs, so many clean moves, one racing incident would all of a sudden pop up like that. You wouldn't have believed it. And they're going to have to go to a green, white, checkered finish now because of it. This is going to get a bit wild here. Oh, man. I mean, the good news is for Anderson, he didn't tag the wall. Only a slight scrape of the car. For what I can tell, the car is okay. It'll be able to continue, but this is not what any of the leaders, especially, like I said, what Oaks or Babb wanted to see. I guarantee a few of them, like Kinston, Pottle, and all them, wanted to see it because this will help them out tremendously. But this is now turned in to a restart here for the ages, and actually it'll be 3 laps to the restart. It's not a green, white, checkered. I need to clarify that right now. Well, here we go, race fans. This is it. 3 laps to go. The only 2 drivers out, Stanley Pottle and Hunter Hansen. A leader right now looking for his first career win ever here at Push Limit Racing League. And looking to add on to the win total of 5 different winners. Babb looking for a second one. Shriver looking for a second one. We're going to bring him back to the green flag this time on by. Here we go. One more time at the Glen. Pottle not leaving any room for Shriver. Oaks deep into the corner. Babb and them right into the march. Shriver catches a good corner now, looking to the left side. Oaks defends. Wish we get a heart rate on these guys. I don't even know what they're thinking right now. Pottle able to stay ahead. She moves into the top 4. Looking for Babb and that 99. Kinston falling back. Bad end there for the restart. Coming down that back straightaway. Here we go. Down to the bus stop. Oaks trying to defend. Will Shriver drive it in? Fab looking in there as well. He's got his nose in there. Both drivers there cutting grasses and they're tracking it. Ho ho! The rear end bouncing the heck out of that 14. Bab watched on and looked like maybe he was going to get an opening there. He did not quite catch him though. Wide again goes the 14. Bab tighter in the corner. Advances the 14. Oaks right now trying to stabilize down, trying to keep the Fool plus 20 in control. He's got 2 laps to go. Hold on, where is Pottle going? The 5 loses it down in the final 2 sectors. Recovers nicely, trying to hang on. Looking to defend off Hoffer. Hoffer now looking right back into the pack, driving right down on the 5. Looking for the inside, going for the move again. Did he learn his mistake last time? We're going to see right here, going into the turn. Oh, he gets outrun though, Pottle. Huge jump. Now got to get back in there before a time penalty. I think she cleared it. Might have cleared it there. Anderson now looking right back on to getting forward. The Hoffer race team says our driver missed his brake point, tried to ball end it and failed. Oh, he tried to bail end it as failed, and it was definitely unfortunately there, but looks like it's still hanging on there okay there, team. But again, you've got some company still to deal with. I don't know how much you're listening on that, but Anderson is right behind you. I think the spotter's probably having a good little workout right now, trying to tell Hoffer where he's at. We've got 2 laps to go. We're coming up with 1 more lap this time on by. Oaks right now trying to keep Shriver behind. Will we see a mad dash to finish again? Remember, we had 1 race already go to a 1/10,000 of a second finish. Are we going to get another one? Here we go. Off the final corners. White flag high in the air. It's time for the white flag attempt. Is there any tire left in Oaks or Shriver or even Bab? They're the only 3 that can take this win away. All 3 drivers stayed out throughout the course of this event. If there's any tires left, they are certainly not showing it. Their field of vision, their cars have got to be tore up and really having all sorts of issues just to try to hang on to. Oaks currently looking on. He sees the run coming from the 14. The bus stop tells the tale. We see the 4, Pottle, going right down in there as well. Shriver not able to get it there. We're going to see it right deep in the inside. And Keniston, slide tap for the 08. And the 5 moves the chains. Anderson and Hoffer driving it straight through each other. They hang on. They hang on for that spot there. The top 5 having their way all day, but this is your final run. Oaks, Shriver, Bab, which one will it be? Oaks has 2 more good corners coming up. If he can land it in this final set, he's going to get him on the final corner. Diving it in deep, looking for the run. Straight into the wall goes the 14, and the 99 blocked from it. But it's Jeff Oaks, the 20, banging into victory lane. Wow. How many races this season has it come to the line and come to the wire with absolutely stunning results? And another statistic just added for the first time in Push English Racing League history, 5 different winners in 5 different races. We have not had a repeat winner yet this season. And Jeff Oaks, after so long of staying in the shadows and hiding around, has finally got 1 race to go his way, and he gets the 20 into victory lane tonight here at Watkins Glen. And how fitting. He pours on his heart and soul to put this one out. What a performance. Tremendous performance here by everybody involved, and final results tell the tale. Jeff Oaks victorious. Christian Shriver going to take home 2nd. Wybab goes 3rd. Gentel Bottle brings it home for 4th. Bobby Anderson going 5th. Matthew Alford 6th. Ryan Keniston 7th. 8th. Jason Brent. Mike Rideout 9th. 10th. Stanley Pottle. Hunter Hansen. Mechanical problems after the damage sustained earlier cost him dearly. What a race. And what a night, race fans. From here on Pete's Race TV Studios here in Watkins Glen, New York. We thank you and appreciate you. We need to get on the plane though. We got a place to visit down south. We're heading to Georgia. We'll see you guys here in a little while. Thanks again for tuning in here on Pizza Racing TV.